Sir, may I'll get off at your
You are now rocking to #Originators at Originators Radio.
We are the originators. We are the originators. We
Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud.
The originators. We are the originators. We are the originators. We
Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud.
The originators. We are the originators. We are the originators.
Radio.
Hey girl, you a fool for this.
To all my wigglers out there, this is your boy D-Smith, a.k.a. Fuck D-Smith, a.k.a. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. What's happening?
I know that's right. Mr. Man Big AT from Out East. #Originators coming at y'all. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you. Kind of felt like Rakim over here had to say something like that. Without an episode of Step 2.
Step 2. Steps. All right, what's happening though?
How y'all been out there, y'all? We got an episode coming at y'all today. It's kind of on a little bit of a somber note, but we're going to make the best of it. You know what I mean? We're 8 months into 2025.
Yeah.
And we lost so many giants and legends out there. So we want to do an episode just devoted strictly to them, you know, giving them their flowers. Hopefully y'all gave them their flowers while they were here. That's really what it's about, right?
Yeah,
it's about recognizing people when they're alive, not when they're dead, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's
so hopefully we all gave these people their flowers already, but we're going to give them their flowers on this show right here. This is our obituary episode.
And we going to start, I mean, and for all of our originals out there, I mean, yes, we're gonna give everybody their flowers. We're gonna have fun doing this because we don't want to make it morbid and sad because we enjoyed them while they were here. We're gonna enjoy their life,
right?
And memories also. So this is what this show was about. So come on and buckle up and come on and reminisce a bit.
No doubt. But what we're gonna do, how we gonna make this fun and honor them at the same time is we're going to play a game of like name association. You feel me? Like so when myself or D Smith say these people's name in 1 to 2 words, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about them?
So get heavy on them comments, man.
Yeah, like two words max, but 1 or 2 words. What's the first thing that comes to you? All right. So the first one we're going to honor right here is the late great Dwayne Patrice Wiggins of Tony, who passed this year.
Now listen, if y'all don't know about Dwayne Wiggins, Tony, y'all better ask somebody and tell 3 more people and then tell them to tell somebody else. You understand me?
Exactly.
Tony was, man, first of all, let's get them the whole group the flowers though, first of all, because Tony made some baby making music. That's why some of y'all the millennials and some of y'all I guess the 30 somethings. Listen, y'all was made to some of their music, so
the Gen Zs and stuff. Yeah. I mean, they had 5 number 1 hits. Okay, 3 top 10 pop singles, 1 gold album, 2 platinum albums, and 1 double platinum album. And altogether, they sold over 6 million records together during their time as a group.
Killing it.
So yeah, so what comes to mind when you think about Dwayne Wiggins? Out of 1 or 2 words max.
Me, as soon as you said his name and I thought of the group, one of the favorite songs I'm about to say, but y'all know it Never Rains in Southern California. That song is so big, man. That and If I Had No Loop. Those 2 songs popped in my head.
But if you can just 2 words,
2 words,
Southern California.
2 words. If I can think of 2 words
just
right now,
only 2. Not a whole title, but just.
Let me see if I can put them into a 2 words. This him or the group.
Him in particular, yeah, the one we lost.
I'm going to say trendsetter and Pioneer, because their music at that time, it was kind of, everybody was kind of that poppy type music, but they
elevated. They took something and made it greiter. Because the New Jack Swing era, but they made it greater.
Fuck.
Right.
Yeah, you right.
I would have to say, when I think of him, underrated.
Okay, that's dope. I can say that, yeah.
Just one word, underrated. You know, we can do one or two words, but I would say underrated because he just never really... Seemed like people never really gave him his propers, you know what I mean? Like, I always saw the potential in him. Like, yo, Dwayne Wiggins is fire. I mean, like, he was a musician, singer, producer. He was responsible for such talent. You know, Beyonce was with Destiny's Child, H.E.R. Keisha Cole. He worked with a lot of people.
I thought H.E.R. or her without. I don't know how you pronounce her name. Sorry if we butchered your name, love, but I call her her.
Yeah, her.
You know, because it's an acronym and I can read. But I know I don't know what it stands for. We should probably get on our Googles and see what that is. But I thought she was a Prince product because she plays the guitar pretty fucking good. But she's not a Prince product. Janelle Monáe is a product of Prince. That's who I got mixed up with. But
Janelle Monáe.
But matter of fact, I think she played at the Super Bowl or not Super Bowl, but she might have been in the Super Bowl with Kendrick. The chick that played the guitar. She had she went there with a guitar. She was on some like sporting event at a halftime show, but she was playing the guitar but she can play, man, and she can sing. So shout out to that.
Now the next one is the late great Miss Roberta Flack. She was born, February the 10th, 1937. Excuse me. And passed February the 24th of this year.
Roberta Flack.
Yeah. So multi-Grammy winner. She was known for those like emotional, heavy kind of soul-stirring, soul-tearing songs. Killing Me Softly and all of that.
And I'm, you know what?
Feel like making love.
I love her middle name, Miss Cleopatra.
Her middle name was Cleopatra. Right.
I didn't even know that was her middle name. That's a dope name.
Neither did I. I mean, the stuff you learn after people die. You don't want to know that.
Should name my daughter Cleopatra. That's a strong ass name right there.
So 1 to 2 words max. What comes to your mind when you think about Roberta Flack? I guess what
I say when you say that right now, 2 words is the Fugees, because they did Killing Me Softly over it.
They did remake Killing Me Softly,
and
right?
Lauryn Hill, shout out to her. She did that thing.
She put her foot into that song. It was a massive number 1 like hit 30 years ago, if I'm correct, off the album The Score, right? Yeah. So that's yours? Okay.
Yeah, what's yours?
Emotional. Her music was emotional.
Yeah. There's some love music right there. And you know what? Roberta Flack is the reason why we're here, probably.
Because she was back in the 70s.
So see what I'm saying, guys? This generational right here.
It all ties in. I mean, generational. Right. And if I could choose 2 words, Max, Donny Hathaway. The stuff she did with Donny Hathaway.
Okay, that I can feel that. Yeah.
I mean, they had an album together, and it was like a legendary album. The stuff she did with Donny Hathaway.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna give her flowers. Rest in peace, Sister Roberta Cleopatra Flack.
Yes, definitely.
Now this was one you was putting me on to, D. Smith. Let me see, Anthony Leonard Platt,
aka DJ Unk. He bought in the what's that snap music like that, walk it out, that south like I don't know what it's called.
What's it called? That was crunk, right?
Not really crunk, because that's what Lil Jon did.
Yeah, okay, Lil Jon was more crunk.
That kind of like high tempo, like almost like DC Go-Go music, but it was like an Atlanta version of it. But DJ Unk brought that
to the mainstream.
So he was, to me, if I think of 2 words, I gotta say. Again, also a pioneer, because that's big, because he had me out here walking it out, and you know what I mean. Like that was a big song. Like DJ Unk did some good. He did some good dance music. You know what I mean. So I'm gonna say pioneer is big. Really is the word I want to say for him. And if I would say a second word is none other. Yeah, man. I'm gonna say that, man.
I would have to say Atlanta. When I think of him,
let's give him. I guess we'll give him a little bio real quick. But yeah, he was an Atlanta musician. You know what I mean? Like we said, he did the "Walk It Out" song, but he died
in his sleep.
Yeah, cardiac arrest in his sleep, according to his wife, Sarika. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, love, but
Shakita
Longplat.
Yeah.
But yeah, she told TMZ that he passed in his sleep. But he began spinning records back in '98. You know what I mean? When all that stuff was popping. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was that, yeah, like I said, that Southern style of music when he did like parties and proms and pep rallies and, you know what I mean, all that good stuff down in the state of Georgia. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, shout out to him, R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, man, give you your flowers.
Another one is Christopher Howard Jasper.
You know who that is.
If y'all know, y'all know. If y'all don't, find out.
You better ask somebody and tell somebody else.
Right. From, the Isley Brothers. December 30th, 1951.
Again, somebody...
He passed earlier this year, February the 23rd, 2025.
It's somebody y'all should know of, because, for one, if you're from Ohio, you should also know, because the Isley Brothers rep the Ohio.
Yeah, they were from here originally.
They rep the Buckeye State.
You
know what I mean?
Right.
They are from Hamilton or Cincinnati area, so shout out to that first of all.
Mm-hmm.
But what you got to understand is their music, before we even get started our word association, whatever, but their music you dance to. Everybody has danced to. If you ever heard a Biggie song, they use that in between the sheets, which is the Isley Brothers sample.
And many other ones.
And many other ones, you know what I mean?
You gotta think, like, they went back all the way to, like, I think the late 50s. So they even had Shout. People were dancing.
Yeah, Shout. Yeah, that was their biggest song.
Shout, throw my hands up and shout. I mean, that was like, that was back then. So
man. So yeah, shout out to that.
I mean, they still tour. Ronald and his brother Ernie still tour. But Chris Jasper was the one. He came along in the late 60s and early 70s. He came along when they started adding the brothers to the group, the younger brothers. Chris Jasper was the brother-in-law.
Yeah, he wasn't bloodline.
But he also was a successful solo musician, and he recorded over 17 of his own solo albums, including 4 urban contemporary gospel albums.
Yeah, man.
He wrote, arranged, produced all of his music. But he was, in my opinion, Christopher Jasper. We call him Chris Jasper. I think about Ohio. Yeah, he was an Ohio boy, and I think also funky. I mean, like he was. There's another word I can think. He was funky. I mean, he had that funky sound in the 70s. All that when he did "Fight the Power" and all that stuff. That was Chris Jasper.
Man. Yeah, shout out to that. Plain and simple, Isley Brothers. That's what I'm gonna say when I think of him. Isley Brothers, man, because that's
what he was known for.
I mean,
and don't forget, he also did "Caravan of Love."
Oh yeah, see what I'm saying?
where he said, "I'm your brother."
Man, listen, I'm your
brother. Don't you know?
You understand me? And listen, if y'all originals out there, if y'all our age, y'all know what we talking about, all right? And if y'all our age, y'all also gotta know. Because of him, we are here. Our generation is here. Again, that's what, you know what I'm saying? This is generation right here. We touching it all, man. We hitting it all. And like I said, we celebrating.
A lot of us grew up on that kind of stuff.
And we celebrating these people's lives and giving them their flowers, man. If you didn't know who they were, look them up, man. Check them out, look them up.
Right.
And, you know what I mean? All that, man. Because this is, like I said, we're not trying to make this a morbid show. We're going to have fun with all this, man. Because we had fun with them while they were here. So we're going to have fun. Put it in their memory, man. So who we got next, AT?
Angela Laverne Stone.
Angela Stone. I mean,
what's
up, Queen?
That was a tragedy. That was just,
you know what?
I still remember when I got the news of it happening. I'm like, what? But Angie was actually older than what I thought she was. She was born in December 18th, 1961.
She an OG.
Yeah, man. She was an OG. I mean, died March 1st. She was part of that group of people that died early in the year. It was just like back to back to back to back.
Fast,
January, February, March, they was just like back to back. Yeah. But I remember hearing about, I don't remember the group, but I got put on to them quite a few years back. She was with a group called The Sequence.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Angie Stone was a rapper back in the day. An early female rapper.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And cats I know who were older than myself from New York, they can remember that. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, I got put on to her when she was with a group called Vertical Hold back when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And I liked her back then.
She dropped that solo album.
But she signed to Arista and she released Her debut solo album, Black Diamond, that was like in '99.
That shit was. I had that album. It was fire.
Oh, did yeah, and it received the gold certification from the RIAA.
Yeah, it was fire. I had that album.
Then when it had No More Rain, and she had what was
Marvin Gaye's joint, Trouble Man Over too on that.
Oh, did she? Okay.
Yeah. She had some. That was a nice album, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like I would still bump that album right now.
Yeah, she was a very talented
It was real
woman.
soulful. Like you know what I mean. Like it was soulful. And at that time when music came out, she was going to go up against like India.Arie and
that kind of that kind of era. Music. Yeah.
But if y'all don't know,
and a little bit after that was Alicia Keys and that kind of era.
But the sidebar is I don't even think y'all know about Angie Stone. Her and D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was her baby daddy.
Yeah,
man.
D'Angelo. Right.
Yeah, man, that was her baby daddy. Also, she was in that movie with Cuba Gooding Jr.
Fighting Temptations.
Yeah. So shout out to that.
Yeah, Fighting Temptations.
Yeah, she was in that too. Yeah.
So peace to the queen, man. Like that was just. It was a bus accident or something. Like it was just
she was coming. I think she was leaving a show or something.
It's just terrible.
And like her tour bus flipped over or blew up or something. But it's like this. It's like man,
and details are still kind of spotty.
It's sketchy. Yeah,
it's still kind of spotty.
So I'm saying it makes you kind of be like, man, what y'all doing out here, man? Chill out with that.
Yeah,
man.
rest in peace, Angie Stone.
Yes.
Max, 2 words. Vertical hold or the sequence.
I just think.
But I think if 2 at the max. Vertical is 1 word. Hold is the second. The sequence. When I think of her.
Fair enough. It's straight out. Like I said, the album, man, the Black Diamonds. That album was
okay.
That's what
2 words max. Was that album?
And that album right there, like I said, I can also almost hear the music, right? Like some of the songs in my head right now as I'm talking about. You know what I mean? It's like one of those time capsules when you hear, you're like, yo, I remember what I was doing when I
right.
You know what I mean? So
quality R&B. Okay, now we can move forward. All right.
Yeah.
The next one is Jerry Butler Jr., aka the Iceman. Once again, this was, may he rest in peace. He was years before us. He was in a group called The Impressions, which also featured Curtis Mayfield. They started back in the late 50s. And so many of us may not have grew up listening to him, but we got put on to him. A lot of us got put naturally, like over the years, we got put on to Jerry Butler.
Yeah, we know his music at least.
But he was just a real smooth soul singer, crooner. He was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1991.
Hell yeah.
But he left the group in 1960. So that lets you know how far back that was.
Damn.
Like some of us was nowhere on the map in 1960.
We weren't even born yet.
He was born in 1939.
We wasn't even here.
And he died
yet,
this
son.
year. So Jerry Butler was like way back in the day.
Make you feel young, AT?
Yeah. Compared to that. But he achieved over 55 Billboard pop and R&B chart hits.
Nice.
Yeah. He Will Break Your Heart was one. Let It Be Me was one. Only the Strong Survive. He was inducted in the National Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame in 2015. He also was in politics. I remember that. He was in politics out in California. I'm sorry, not in California, in Illinois. My bad, Illinois. He was at the 3rd district in Illinois. But I remember hearing that he was in politics. Yeah, Jerry Butler was. I'm like, oh, snap.
Yeah,
like he was.
I ain't really hip to him. I can't really say.
Yeah, but he was. I don't blame him because he was back there. Some people just aren't up on that kind of stuff.
I gotta do my
Googles. Yeah, and we recommend any of you guys out there do your Googles. Like if you want to find out about these people,
them Google mine.
Look them up. But when I think about him, I think of one word that comes to mind. 2 max is crooner. One of those soul singers.
Smooth
back in
brothers.
Smooth, yeah.
Smooth as baby shit.
Right. Just come right out the ass.
Right out, smooth.
But rest in peace, Jerry Butler, the Iceman. That's the other 2 words. Yeah, Iceman.
I was saying Iceman.
That was his nickname. That's what they called him.
I was getting ready to say he's slicker than the ice. Slicker than ice right there. Wine.
He was cold and slick, right? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, peace out to Jerry Butler. Our next one is the late great Roy Edward Ayers Jr. Roy Ayers
Jr. Yeah, man.
Roy Edward Ayers Jr. September 10th, 1940.
His song is
March 4th, 2025 is when he died.
And you know what? Again, some of the originals out there listening right now. Y'all don't know the name, but I'm pretty sure we mentioned the song he did. Y'all gonna know the song.
And what's that?
Everybody loves the sunshine.
Right, yeah.
My life, my life, my life. Sampled by Mary J. Blige, many people. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, brand Nubian.
That
like
piano. My life, man, get the fuck out of here. You know who he is.
It reminds you of something that you wake up to in the morning, like
birds just chirping. My life, sunshine. Like, I want to play that song every morning, bro. Like, every morning when it's like a summertime song. You get up and just be like, my life. Birds just chirping and flying and shit. You know what I mean?
You cut a deep soul searching fart.
Yeah. My life. Scratch your belly like, mouth fall open like,
your nuts like,
you know what I mean? Like, sunshine. That's that song right there. Understand me? Yes, he is the Godfather.
And you can also say he was kind of like one of the pioneers of what we now know as neo soul. Because back in the late 60s and early 70s and stuff, and even mid 70s, he was experimenting with soul and the fusion between soul and jazz. Originally, he was a vibraphonist. How do you say vibraphonist? I'm sorry, a vibraphonist.
What the hell is that?
He played the xylophone. You know, a vibraphonist is an xylophone player, in other words.
I thought it was just a xylophone player. Something they did right there.
Yeah, but he played vibes, but he mixed it and blended with soul and the singing, and he created this. His group was called Ubiquity. He created this dreamy kind of musical feel, kind of vibe. What? Yeah, but it kind of predated the neo soul. That's what neo soul was, right?
Yeah,
Maxwell. Exactly. It was soul. It had elements of jazz. Maxwell. It was
Maxwell get you pregnant too. Maxwell get you pregnant too.
Yeah, but he also was a figure in the acid jazz movement. He's been described as the godfather of neo soul. He's best known for Running Away, Freaky Deaky. Everybody Loves the Sunshine.
Sunshine. I can't help it.
And been sampled. I know quite a few samples of his. Red, Black, and Green. A lot of stuff that the hip hop community used.
He's definitely. Without him, we see hip hop wouldn't have got as far as it did just without him.
Creating that kind of instrumental, kind of smooth feel. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So peace to Roy Ayers.
What's our two-word association right now? I'm gonna just say, first of all, groovy. Just real groovy.
Yeah, groovy. I mean, he was
like real groovy and
groove deep.
And laid back. Can laid back be one word?
I mean, you
could say groovy and / laid back.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be same.
You know what I mean? That's what I
can say that. Yeah, same. He was just a real cool dude. The other one is George Foreman.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was waking up, getting that news. I'm like, man,
that was crazy, Mr. George.
Those of us
Foreman,
who like boxing, really, technically, boxing is my favorite sport. So George Foreman means something to me. I mean, like, and I still remember when he beat Michael Moore and he became the champion at 40-something years of age.
The oldest champion.
Yeah, at 40-something. And I'm not too ashamed to say that I watched that fight, and when he won and Michael Moore went down, I cried, homie. Like, I broke down. And I remember my mom looked at me like, nigga, what's wrong with you? Like, but I cried. Like, I cried. Because, I mean, George, my mom looked at me like,
is you soft?
I'm like, nah, I mean, just like, because, the odds were against him. He was in his, 40s.
He was way too old to be. He was damn near 50.
Yeah.
He was damn near 50 when he won that
he was a shadow of his former self, and he beat this younger guy. And I remember watching a fight, and I jumped off I don't know what happened. I jumped off the couch. And I went up in the air like 3 feet. And I'm screaming, go, George, go. And the tears coming down, go, George, you old motherfucker.
What the hell?
And they're like, so that hit me hard, because me being a longtime fan of boxing, seeing something like that in my lifetime.
But listen to me. You got to understand, him doing that, him winning that belt,
at that stage in his life, that was.
You gotta understand, it's not about really age. It's about how you hit and where you hit.
I mean, you don't get it mixed up. Yeah, he was a hard.
Yeah, Ali even said that was one of the hardest.
Yeah, one of the hardest punchers like they ever faced.
And you gotta figure, he was punching the shit out of Ali, bro. Ali came up with the rope-a-dope that fight. That means he was punching he probably broke some ribs on Ali that night. And Ali ate that shit and just still came back. You know what I mean? So it was like,
I was looking up George Foreman just recently, and one of those boxers, I don't know, was it Ernie Shavers or one of those old school boxers, was saying like getting hit by George Foreman was equivalent to like getting hit by a car.
Yes, I've heard people say that. Yeah,
like getting hit by him was a
like you would rather get hit by a car than get hit by Foreman. Like that's stupid, bro. Like
yeah, but he was known for his incredible punching power.
Yeah,
and he became a heavyweight champion in '73, beating Joe Frazier.
Yep,
and he lit Joe up.
He whooped Joe Frazier.
But he lost to Ali, and that was one of the most memorable losses of his career.
He rocked his ass. With that sweet punch. That's sweet science, man.
And George Foreman talked about how for many years that loss haunted him. I mean, just how Ali just turned it on and just but either way, the Rumble in the Jungle, that was another one. Famous fight, 1974. Yeah,
that was a big deal.
And he made that comeback in the 90s, in 1994 at 45.
Yeah, 45. Yeah. 45.
I watched it. I watched
damn near 50 there. And for y'all youngers out there, he didn't just make grills. You understand me? He wasn't just out here making Foreman grills. He's out here knocking niggas out.
But that Foreman grill was dope. I ain't gonna lie.
It's still dope. I'll buy one right now.
So rest in peace, George Foreman. 2 words. Power. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Is there any other word that sums up George Foreman and grill? I'm not gonna lie. Grill.
Me, I'm gonna say humble. I'm gonna say humble and religious.
Oh yeah, he was both of those.
You know what I mean? Like he was
a Christian man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like for when he did win that belt, you know what I mean? He could have been a total
cocky and now he was never.
But
he was never arrogant and full of himself.
And then when you seen him as an old guy, he won the belt. He was still.
He was still
you know what I mean? So,
down to earth, humble,
and you know what I mean? Like church. God was his thing.
Mm-hmm. So rest in peace, George Foreman. And the next one is, this kid's kind of personal because this was my guy right here. Sylvester Stewart. For those of you who don't know, Sly Stone. Yeah.
Man.
March 15th, 1943, and died June 9th, 2025.
Man.
I know, right? I mean, I have Sly Stone's music in my car as we speak.
What's crazy about...
I'm never too far away from his music. I always got his music somewhere around me.
And what's crazy about it, I had just watched this special on
Hulu. Questlove did. I heard about that.
And they was talking about, you know what I mean, he just didn't want to be on camera because he was sick. You know what I mean? He didn't want basically he didn't want the world to
see him like that.
Yeah, he wanted the world to remember him as Sly
Stone, right.
Even though, you know what I mean, he was older. We like, yo, you the Godfather. You the man.
Okay, so he wasn't on there at all?
Yeah, he wasn't specific. I think they had like some like interviews of him like back in the day. They show like some
but not
he wasn't on the actual documentary.
I believe it was COPD or something like that. He passed up. But don't quote me on that. But yeah, Sly. For those of you who don't know, he was an American musician, songwriter, record producer. He was the front man for a very famous and influential group called the Family Stone, Sly and the Family Stone, which had blacks, whites, I think a person of Italian ancestry and a Hispanic person, women.
Fuck the village people.
I know, like he had just a multi-cultural, multi-ethnic, dual gender band, and it broke a lot of barriers back then. It was all these different people playing together
as one.
And in the 1960s, and then they fused soul, rock, psychedelia, gospel. He was one of the early pioneers of funk, which a lot of people have to understand. It wasn't just George Clinton and James Brown.
Yeah,
Sly was a huge part in that too. He had an album called There's a Riot Going On. There's a Riot Going On. Yeah, that's the one I keep by me. And that is There's a Riot Going On is one of my favorite albums. I mean, it's just so funky and it's just so well put together. But no doubt he was a genius of his era.
Definitely was a genius, man. Cause he did like no other. But what's 2 words that you think of, man?
One is genius. Yeah, and the other one, and I would never want to shit on Sly's legacy. Like I said, he's was influence to me. Like when I was used to rap and stuff, I used to go back and listen to his stuff and be like, man, where does this guy get this stuff from? But the only thing that kind of sticks with me is like the drugs. I'm not gonna lie. Like the thing that Sly had a very well publicized, notorious drug addiction.
I mean, he did some
super bad drug, and I just hate it went there. But
he did some trippy music, man.
Yeah, but I think he was under the influence of a lot of that stuff. It opened him up, right? The music, the drugs opened him up, but at the same time, in the end, it it deteriorated his body.
Well, I mean, I think some of the greats have had that problem, but they make some great music.
Yeah, while they're on drugs.
So it's like you love them. If you love their music when you was dancing to it and rocking to it, don't shame them because they was high on acid or LSD or whatever else they were on. You know what I mean? Don't shame because that was the song you fucking loved. You know what I mean? So don't fucking shame them for it, man.
One of my boys back in high school, I would never forget it. He had an uncle, and he used to tell me about back when Sly used to come to Ohio. Used to come to Columbus back in the 70s. Sly used to go see his uncle, and his uncle would hook him up with drugs. His uncle was the man. His uncle was Sly Stone's plug. Yeah.
Some shit, see that? see that 3 degrees of separation right there.
I know, right?
But yeah, that's
unfortunately, that's the thing. Yeah, but other than that, those are the two things when I think about Sly.
I'm gonna say influential. Influential and trippy, man.
And just trip. Yeah. He was definitely tripping.
I
loved it. I loved him definitely. I loved him.
I say trippy, but it's like, it was that era like with Jimi Hendrix. I'm a Jimi Hendrix fan.
Yeah, he was tripping. Exactly.
So but again,
it's not like I'm trying to shit on the legs. I would never do that. But the drugs was kind of part of it.
Let's put Jimi it out there before we go to the next one. I got, again, originals out there who are our age, and some of these might younger, the 30-somethings might know this song. Remember Arrested Development, I Am Everyday People? That was Sly Stone. Okay, let's talk about that. What we gonna talk about this next one, man? Because we don't want we got some time we got to crush.
Right.
I mean, trying to hold y'all too long out here because we know y'all got some things to do, and we happy to be back, man. It's been a while. I took a little hiatus, but we back. So let's get back to it, man. What's the next one?
The next one was a complete and total shock to all of us. Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Theo.
Yeah. Theo.
Malcolm and Eddie. He did Malcolm and Eddie too.
Yeah. August 18th. His birthday's coming up. 1970 and died July 20th. He drowned. I mean, that broke many of our hearts. He was widely recognized for being Theo Huxtable on NBC's beast of a show, The Cosby Show. I remember the whole run of The Cosby Show, 1984 to 1992. It was hot shit when it was on the air.
All our white original listeners out there, listen. Ask your black friends. They'll tell you about it. There's certain shows that raised us. That's one of them.
Yeah, that
raised black culture. Us, the Generation X, that raised us. Yeah. Generation X, Cosby Show raised us.
We had Fat Albert. The Cosby Show.
Our moms, my mom at least, and my pops. Good Times raised them. Then we had the Cosby show. You know what I mean? So there we go.
Yeah, but his career spanned decades, encompassing a diverse range of artistic endeavors and garnering critical acclaim, including an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a comedy series for his work on The Cosby Show. So he was recognized for that. He was also, like you said, on Malcolm and Eddie.
That was a good show.
I didn't know until recently that he had spoken poetry albums.
Yeah, albums. Yeah,
I didn't know that. I mean, I never saw him in that capacity, he had albums. So I didn't realize he was that. I knew he was talented, but I didn't know he had that much artistry of wrapped up in him. But he died. He drowned, man. I think he was out with his family, if I'm correct. And
I heard his daughter or something. I think I don't really know that.
And I heard I know that's another one. I haven't heard too much about it. But then, do I want to? Because when I do, it breaks my heart. Yeah. Just reading that he's dead. I heard he got caught up in the tide, and the tide took him under. But I don't know how true that is. But it breaks my heart whenever I go on Wikipedia and see his death date. I'm like, damn, because he's just a few years older than me.
It's one of those things.
Yeah, I grew up watching Malcolm Jamal Warner.
You see,
it just breaks my heart.
It's one of them things too, where you see even with Kobe, right?
Yeah, that broke my heart.
Kobe was trying to do something with his daughter, just same as Malcolm Jamal Warner. These are black men who they say don't take care of their kids, not them specifically, but that's the stigma. Black men don't take care of their kids, and this is black men doing what they say black men don't do, and they
die in the process. Yeah,
damn, that
stuff is heartbreaking. Crazy. Yeah, but rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Though, the 2 words. When you think of him?
2 words, I'm going to say...
1 to 2.
Well, the first one's going to be just Theo Huxtable. Theo Huxtable, that's the first one.
Yeah, mine is Theo.
Right. Secondly, humble, man. Humble. He's, cause I seen some interviews he did. He could tell he. I mean, for what it was worth, he could have just been like, yo, you know what I mean? Like a total dickhead, but you can see he still kept his humility about himself. You know what I mean?
Mine would be Theo, and the other one would be Culture. He repped the culture. I remember when he was in Houdini's video back in 1986. He was in Funky Beat. I remember seeing him in rap. He was in a special ed video. He was in rap videos, like dancing and stuff. Like
he about the culture. I know
he
that.
was about the culture. So yeah, I would say Theo, and I would say Culture.
Okay.
But I think of Malcolm Jamal Warner.
That's dope. R.I.P. to you, brother. R.I.P.
And the other one is, this one was a shocker too. But yeah, he was up in age, but I still wasn't ready for him to go. John Michael Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy, Prince of
Darkness. All of our metal fans out there, throw it up.
Throw it up, man. We throwing it up right now, Ozzy, man. Listen. Yeah. And I know some of the originals out there, the hip hop heads, is like, what the hell? Listen.
Trust me. Ozzy was around for a while. Many of us remember Ozzy. If you don't
understand, right? Ozzy.
Yeah.
The
not just the show.
Remember I sent, did I send you that short of Ozzy hearing Trick Daddy's joint?
Yeah, I saw
okay,
that.
Now listen, all the originals out there, the youngins out there who listen to the young originals out there. The song Trick Daddy did that. Let's go if you want it, let me get it, let me. That's Ozzy Osbourne. Okay, Busta Rhymes took the song Iron Man, the whole joint, even had Ozzy on the hook. And did that song over. So if y'all don't understand what we're saying, is Ozzy Osbourne not only was a rock, is the shit. He's the
prototypical rock star, metal star.
He's the GOAT because the part of music he brought in was not a thing. So for him to be that and then hip hop to touch it, that means a lot because hip hop was the bastard child before his type of music was the bastard child. So you know what I mean? So yes, we're gonna shout out to Ozzy Osbourne for that. So what's two words you can think of when you think of Ozzy, man?
Prince. And the other one, Darkness.
Darkness.
He was a Prince of Darkness. I mean, that was his nickname. You know, he was, of course, he was a Brit. He was best known for, he was the co-founder and lead singer of the groundbreaking heavy metal band, Black Sabbath. Yeah, Black Sabbath back in the day. He sold more than 100 million albums. He had solo albums. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2006, and as a solo artist in 2024, just last year, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Just got there
as a solo one. Yeah, he was inducted into
twice.
UK Music Hall of Fame. How many Hall of Fames?
Yeah, inducted twice in that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
You can't say metal without saying Ozzy Osbourne.
I mean,
like I grew up during the MTV era. Like I remember that stuff.
Yes,
like you can't say metal without Ozzy.
He did a lot of drugs. We know that too. But
yeah, that was he was another one. Yeah, but I kind of think about drugs when I think about Ozzy.
My two words. I'm going to say crazy because he bit the bat head off and didn't know it was a real bat. He didn't know it was a real bat. So that. I'm gonna say crazy. And I'm going to say rule. Can I say rule breaker as one word?
Yeah. Just he broke
crazy and rule breakers. He broke the rules. He changed it. You know what I mean? So shout out to Ozzy Osbourne for that, man. You're R.I.P. brother. And what's this next one we about to get to, man? Before we wrap it up, man.
Okay, this next one here. Let us know how you feel about this down in the comments. The complicated legacy of the Hulkster himself, Hulk Hogan, who also passed recently, brother. Many of us who grew up watching, back then it was WWF wrestling. You know, Hulk Hogan was our hero. But, lately he came, well, not really lately. This apparently happened, I think, in 2007. He came under fire for using the N-word in a video that he made, at home and behind closed doors. Like, you can talk however you want to talk behind closed doors.
He was getting them cheeks and talking crazy.
But
his daughter was dating a black chick.
Yeah, Brooke Hogan was dating. He had a reality show at one point. Sometimes I forget about that.
Him and Ozzy.
Yeah, but he was using some colorful language to describe, African Americans, and it came out, and the internet is real divided and sizzling right now about how to remember him. So how do y'all feel about it?
And you know what? I'm gonna just say like this, man.
I won't say what's the first word or two words that remind. Just how do you feel about
his legacy? Yeah. Did you hate him? Do you love him?
Right. This is addressing the elephant that's currently in the room. I mean, I see it a lot where some people will post little memes saying that like Hulk Hogan went to hell. Or
we don't know, man.
What if he went to heaven and God looked like Booker T? He was a black dude. But how do y'all feel about that? I try to in this, I try to separate the artist from the person.
Yeah.
Like his legacy, I would never deny. I mean, I was inspired by Hulk Hogan. I wanted to be Hulk Hogan. We
eat your vitamins.
Say your prayers, brother. Yeah, be good to your parents. I mean, we wanted to walk in his footsteps. He meant something to us. But once again, that was Hulk. That wasn't Terry Bollea.
Listen,
that wasn't the guy.
I liked Hulk Hogan.
That wasn't the racist guy in the video.
I liked Hulk Hogan, but Hollywood Hogan was my shit.
But still, yeah, well, Hollywood
Hogan
was with NWO.
When he was a bad guy.
When he was an NWO.
He was my shit because he was reckless, man. But yeah, how y'all feel about the Hulkster, man?
So that's
Hulkamania running wild on you, brother.
Or NWO, like, how do y'all look at that? I mean, I separate the two. I didn't know Terry Bollea. I heard some pretty scandalous stuff about Terry Bollea. I mean, the actual man. I heard
he's from Alabama, man. So I mean, you gotta expect
people talk shit about him.
He's from Alabama. He might have said an N-word or two or heard it coming up. So I mean, he's from Alabama, man. That's all I gotta say about that. You know what I mean? From the South. So we can't be surprised, man, because like you go down south right now, you might get caught one. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. So what y'all think about that, though, man? How y'all feeling about that? Leave that in the comments, man, and talk to us, man, because it was surprising. All these passings were surprising. We 8 months into 2025, man, and we lost a lot of people.
Yeah, we have.
Some people we didn't even get to talk about. You know what I mean? So leave those in the comments if it's somebody we forgot to talk about, man. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just what's the legacy? We're gonna address the elephant ending on this last note. But we want to thank y'all for coming out here and rocking with us.
Yep, thanks for functioning with your folks here at #Originators.
You know, it's been a minute. You know, we took a little hiatus. You know what I mean? But life was life, and then we had to get back to what we was doing. And we love y'all for rocking with us. And we know y'all was looking for a new episode. But boom, here it is.
No doubt. So with that being said, it's your man Big AT from out east.
And it's your boy D Smith, aka Fuck D Smith, aka It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday. Out there, bitch. Y'all have a good one. We love y'all. Peace.
You are now rocking to #Originators at Originators Radio.
We are the originators. We are the originators. We
Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud.
The originators. We are the originators. We are the originators. We
Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud.
The originators. We are the originators. We are the originators.
Radio.